Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Lucid. We're hopping back into Garden of Good and Evil. Last episode, turn 66, I talked a lot about my strategy, now that I reached Construction 6. This turn, turn 67, we're going to be getting into starting to implement that strategy. And hopefully we can turn the tide against Ryla. So we have a message from Asphodel. Again, he's asking for Province 40. I thought I sent him a message allowing him to take it. I guess I'll send him another one. Cast Haruspex, did not find anything. Arouse Hunger. Agartha has another Prophet. We had a few assassination attempts. I lost a Mound King. I lost a Star Child. Then I lost a Censor. And then I lost all these troops. Let's take a quick look at this. So we've got a Queen of Water Elementals. I don't really have... I have a couple ghouls. So if they have any kind of mind blast, I'm going to be in trouble. Doesn't appear so. So what is probably going to happen... You can see my commander back here. He's probably about to get wrecked by... Oh man, that is a lot of ice elementals. Okay. So, anyway... That actually cost him a fair number of gems, so I can't say I'm upset with that. Let's go back, check events. We had a Dominion change, we got some nature gems. I think I actually need to check this. That event, I don't know if it starts a storyline. I'll have to see. In the mod inspector, you can see if it triggers other events, which indicates it's a story-like. There's kind of three types of events. There's the random one-off events. One thing that's really cool, this was the province it happened in. If you hit I, the letter I on your keyboard, it'll pop up this menu and it'll show you all the events that happened in that province, which is super useful. So, anyway, this is this event. So you have events that are one-off, they happen one time in the province. Then you have events that happen in the province, but they trigger something else to happen in the future. So an example of that is... barbarian scouts have been spotted. They're going to attack you in a few turns. Or like there's a priest event where you have heretics that are now in your province, and you have to kind of root them out. And then you have story events. I don't have any up, but the story events were like the Divine Mummy quest that you get here. So anyway, there's some events that, even though they're not story events, you still have something you need to do, usually to get rid of a bad effect. And if you're not paying attention, you can forget it's there. And then you end up having... Let me see, I think I had one over here somewhere. And then you have something really bad that's happened, or like you lose your Dominion for some period of time and you don't know why. Here it is. Foreign priests have infiltrated the church. Oh, I think that is what this is. Because I had it happen here. Is that the same thing? Oh, it was here. I think that is the event. I think there must be... Yeah. So I think I've got to patrol this province now, actually. But I forgot to do it, so I'll have to do it in my current turn, which is quite a few turns ahead. Almost half a year ahead. The fortress at Agartha has been breached. So, we had an assassination here. I'll show you the assassination. They got, I believe, a censor this time. Yep. And... You know, if you remember, I had said I really need Construction 6 to have a decent chance of fighting these guys. I had thought that Rings of Warning would help, and I had tested it. And I can win a fight with Ring of Warning, but if I get enough bodyguards, but it just... You know, it happens pretty regularly in my test game. Like, I would win pretty regularly. It has not happened regularly in this multiplayer game. So what I've basically decided... that I'm not going to wait to take Agartha until I can kit this dude with all the gear that he's going to need to fight assassins. So I'm going to try instead to just get lucky and not have this guy die, and surround him with a bunch of other dudes to soak up assassination. And fortunately, and I really needed to break the fort fast. You know, if this fort stood up for a really long time, I'd be in trouble. So, and it had 850 defense, which is a lot. So, I am very happy that it broke this turn. So if we get into orders, what I'm going to be doing, the big thing is I'm going to be taking this fortress, right? And I'm going to be sending 2 guys in. These are the 2 guys I'm going to be sending in. I don't want all my chaff to come in and potentially get killed or get in the way, so they're going to sit outside. But these 2 guys are going to go in. My thinking is, for a while I thought maybe I'll only send the Archbishop. That way, if he gets assassinated, I don't lose all the other troops by going in and them dying. But I think that the forces inside are weak enough that even if my Archbishop dies, these guys will still clear the fort, and I really want to clear the fort. Because, yeah, I'm on the clock right now. And every turn that I don't take the fort is a turn I can get assassinated, and I can't patrol away the assassin until I take the fort. So, things are going along fine here. Fort construction is well underway. Anything else to report? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. So, that is about it. I think we'll hop into the next turn. Turn 68. So we have a message from Asphodel. 51 is all yours, so he's probably attacking now, which is fine. We have a big battle. Let's go check it out. So this is inside the fortress. And I'm trying to run through the gates so that they don't become a checkpoint. And I was kind of successful in that. But I'm kind of still stuck. So it's way better to be fighting where I am than at the actual gate. I have a much larger surface area that I can deal damage on. But still, yeah. I kind of wish I ran through it faster. So yeah, we took some losses, but this is the death bell to Agartha. And he's got some people guarding his commanders. If we look at his commanders, I don't even think they're really geared out. Yeah, they're just set up to do banishment. And I didn't really see him make use of these earth gems he has on him, so... Flankers go in, which is awesome. They're gonna come in behind. These guys are in deep. I'll probably get this turn. There we go. So that was the battle for Agartha. Agartha has now passed. We have an unexpected event. We got some air gems. We have had an assassination on one of our commanders. That's not super awesome. And then we had... Holy fuck, I've done this turn before. Oh, no I haven't. I'm getting like serious deja vu. I think it's because I did this turn and then I actually had to like delete the recording. But yeah, so anyway, we had 2 fortresses complete. We had a fortress here, right? And then we had a fortress here. This fortress is super critical. It allows me to be really safe, to patrol this province, and not worry about Rylan spies coming into my border through my border to assassinate me. I really want to focus on this though right now. I'll be putting a fort up here soon, I think. And yeah, that's basically it. I'd love to have this area cordoned off, but yeah, that's not gonna happen. Not anytime soon. So that's good. I went ahead and moved an army on top of here. Oh, this I think is where there was an unlucky assassination event. Yeah, this was just the random assassin that got me because I have bad scales. And yeah, we just murdered him. So yeah, I'm going to be bringing Mo troops on top. I'm also worried that the assassin here is going to move into this fort. And I don't have my gear yet. So I have construction research, but I don't actually have the gear to give this dude. And if you look at where I'm spending all my death gems, what am I doing with them? Because if I'm reviving, no. So he's researching. So a little bit like investigation. Crystal coin. Research. Streams of Hades. I want my death gems. Am I building something here? Oh, I'm casting Revive Archbishop. So my thought is, I've got a lot of sacreds up here, and a lot of sacreds right here. This dude is going to go take the throne. I don't know if there's a fortress on top of it or not, but anyway, I want to send him this way and go ahead and get that taken care of. I want to make another Archbishop that's going to take a lot of my other dudes, who are all on... Excuse me. Who are all on this dude. And he'll go take this fort. But to do that, I'm also going to have to make a lantern shield and some other things. In terms of gear... Where's he killed? We haven't started kitting your kilt out. But I've got some of it. He's going to get this. He's going to get a bottle of water. I don't have that here. The other gear I'm making for him will be... Okay, I'm making more astral gear. One of the other things I want to do, and I want to do it very, very soon, is I'm going to take these two guys, and I'm going to stick them here. And then from there, they are going to make wonderful, beautiful, more telesthetic animates. Because with 3,000 something population in Agartha, that's going to turn into a lot of ghouls. And I will be able to fill up the underworld with ghouls, which is, of course, the wet dream of MA-Ermor, is to have the whole world covered in ghouls. So, to do that, I actually will probably keep this dude, one of these dudes here, but the other dude will teleport, but I do need more astral gear. So I'm spending some turns on converting pearls into starshine caps and crystal coins. So that is all good. Anything else I'm forging? Owl quill. Nope, so that's about it for this turn. I'll do diplomacy. I kind of always forget. Oh, I'm not sending anything. Okay, we'll go ahead and hop to the next turn. I should be able to get another turn in. This was turn 68, so we're going to hop into turn 69. See if this is a lucky turn. Ooh, this is a bad event. Suddenly an Ashen Angel has appeared out of nowhere and attacked Bone Shudder. Let's view this battle. Okay. So this is an Ashen Angel. It has invulnerability, it has fear, and it has a Baneblade, right, which does a lot of damage. It's also ethereal, which is important, with 19 defense. So 19 defense is really high, and with ethereal, that's very good. Magic weapons, you can hurt them. Fortunately, I've got a magic weapon, but it doesn't do much damage. And the other thing you can see I have is 30 air gems. Not very good. Right, 30 air gems, what that is going to mean is if he dies, I lose 30 air gems. So this is the cost of hiding all your gems inside your dudes to avoid the Magic is Fading event when you take the worst scales in the game. Is that you get assassination events all the time. This isn't even an assassination event. This is a spell. But yeah. If those dudes die, then you're in trouble. So, let's see what happens here. Oh man, I did do a fair amount of damage to him. I almost killed him, so I got him down to 6. Very unfortunate. But he kind of one-hitted me. So that's not good, so I just lost 30 air gems. This is from a spell. We're going to talk about the spell real quick. This is from a spell called Manifestation. Right? You need Death 5 to cast it, which is really high. And there's a 50% chance that the commander is deemed suitable. If no commander is found, the angel will return and kill the mage instead. So there's a 50% chance when you cast this that thing that attacked me is going to turn around and attack you. And the range is only 4 provinces, so really it has to be cast from 1, 2, 3, 4? Where is it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this, like, I could have it cast from here, or from here to reach my capital, or from here. So I'm not sure where it came from, but it's one of these. So probably, and there's also things that boost Death Ritual range, like Scepter of Dark Regency is one of them. There's a few others. So if he had a range booster, it could be from like up here, or maybe even here. Anyway, so that's not good. I'm gonna have to make a shift, and you can see I haven't done it yet, but I'll be doing it this turn. Taking all of the gems off these guys, and I'll be putting them down here on these guys, where A, he doesn't know that the gems are. And then I also want to start giving these guys bodyguards, because with one bodyguard I think they could fight off an Ashen Angel. So, we also cast Streams of Hades, so we have this. We have, she's good water access, it doesn't need my god. And she will be spamming Voice of Aspu to open up all the, that's the water site searching spell. Okay, so yeah, that was the Streams of Hades. We cast Horror Specs, didn't find anything. Assassination Attempt, where is that? That's right here. So this actually is really bad. They got my Censor here, which again is very lucky, because it's like a 1 in whatever chance. Oh, let's look at it. It's a very low chance because there are like 15 dudes, and they got the one dude I had patrolling the province. Now, if you look at it, this is a dude that he has kitted out with a ton of stealth gear. His total stealth right now is 145. Very, very high, right? And a lot of that's from Eye of Inoculants, which gives you 40, 20, 30, and then these guys have high stealth to start with. So that's a really high amount of stealth. So yeah, I gotta be careful. And he's got the Black Bow of Beowulf. So if he happens to run into some, I don't know, let's say Pretender, yeah, not gonna be good. So now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna patrol this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm bringing in some more commanders, and the nice thing is when you bring people in, you put them on move and patrol. They can patrol the turn they arrive. So I'm bringing in about 120. So I have a decent chance of catching him, but his stealth is 145, so I probably want more. I probably want even like 200, 300 people patrolling. So I probably should have moved some of these guys in this turn also. But I wasn't totally sure at this point whether to trust Asphodel. He had a ton of troops here. He hadn't committed really to Bandarlog yet. So, yeah, I kind of was hanging tight. Okay, so we have a battle here. We're here. Let's go watch this one. So he has more... These are his assassins. So he has his assassins moving in. Right, they've kitted with their Bottle of Waters. And he's got some other dudes that are gonna help defend. And here you can see how these ice elementals do against undead chaff. And the short answer is pretty freaking good. Yeah, so they kind of get murdered. Okay. That's what happens when you send undead chaff against ice elementals. This is the other event, or the other battle. So that was kind of it for battles. So we have this event. Barbarian scouts have been caught and interrogated. They seem to be preparing for a large-scale attack. Where is that? So that's right here. So I gotta send people to defend. I'm not gonna do it this turn. A barbarian horde has unexpectedly attacked. That's right here, but we defended it. This is a good number of barbarians, but you can see we're fighting in darkness, so they have really bad stats. So this isn't a huge force I have defending, but they'll do quite well versus barbarians in darkness. So barbarians, you know how they hit for a ton? Yeah, not in darkness. They're gonna get absolutely murdered. The repel seems to be doing a ton of damage too. Yeah, these guys really are so good. I really like them. With the long spear, 5 length, and a tower shield, and 16 protection, and 11 defense. They're really nice. So that was the end of that. One thing I haven't actually done in this game, but I might put it online soon, is to have an Earth Mage start scrying. Would be kind of useful. I could, if I got one of these dudes, teleported him down here with some astral gear, he could just sit here and scry. Could do that. But I've got all his Earth income now, so I've got 3 more Earth gems, 1 more Fire gem, and 1 more Death gem. So that's really nice. Nothing in this province so far, and then his throne doesn't have a fort on it, so I thought there would be a big battle, but it looks like I'll just take it. And then we have found a ton of scouts. Look at all these scouts. I've never seen so many scouts. So it looks like people are really trying to scout me, and you know, I'll eat their scout money. What else? We have the patrolling, and I think that's it. So we'll get into kind of next turn. So, I now have most of the gear I'm gonna need. Or I'm forging it. So I've got my bottle of water, I've got my lead shield. I'm forging a manual of water breathing. That's what's gonna allow me to take 25 lictors underwater. And you remember, even though my knights are amphibious, these guys, they're poor amphibians, so they can go underwater. My lictors are not, which is why I need this manual of water breathing. If I take only knights, which I could do, knights are mindless, right? Which means all the mind blasts, all the soul slays, all those horrible, nasty things are going to be concentrated on my commander, which I do not want. So I need to take enough lictors to absorb that, and I will. So we're forging a manual of water breathing. This guy's making a lantern shield, which will not be used by this dude because lantern shields don't work underwater. We are going to be making boots of stone and elemental armor. These are the boots of stone. I kind of walked through it, I think, before. I'm not going to repeat myself, but they give me stone skin, and the elemental armor gives me elemental resistances. The other thing I'm going to need is I'm going to need something to carry in my hand. Let's see, did I make a weapon for myself here? Can't remember. I should have made a weapon. But I'm wondering now if I didn't. Maybe I already had it? Oh no, here I am, a lightning spear. Okay. I left a quill on him, that's why I didn't see it. Thought he was researching. Yeah, so we're making a lightning spear too. Now, when I get it, I need to go for Ryla's capital. I don't know where Ryla's capital is, which is a problem. So this scout is now going to head and scout over here, because the candidates, again, the only places that I don't have searched are this, and then these. And I'm really hoping it's not these two up in this corner. I'm hoping it's either this or this. So my plan is to assume it's this or this. I'm gonna march Yakilth, my revived Starspawn, who is an archbishop, with his full army, which, as we can see, is getting to be quite impressive. 135 already and growing. Right, and then he'll have the 25 lictors. I'll have to take a couple off. He's going to march up here. Now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to open up this pathway, because if you're attacking into enemy territory, obviously you can only move one province at a time. But I need to get... I want to surprise Ryla in his capital here or here as quickly as I can. So I don't want to waste turns moving. So ideally, I'm going to send a force of these guys here. And ideally, they'll be able to make it all the way up here. Now, it's highly likely they'll get assassinated, but hey, I'm going to try, because if it gives me even a 10% chance of being able to sprint up the coast, I'm going to take it. So Yakilth is almost ready to depart. We have an Archbishop here. He's on reanimating lictors. When he gets a lantern shield, he is going to get deployed out in this direction. So that's all good. I haven't been assassinated here, so I'm assuming that there's probably no assassin here, and the assassin's probably in this fort. So we'll see. I'm not going to go in this fort till I'm ready to handle the assassin. So I think that's it for this turn. It's been a kind of long turn. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.